most important. It's what the grassroots movement understands that we want. And that's where the change is going to happen. I am so happy to say that this is how change happens. When I look at this crowd, I'm so happy to say that. I can look to the crowd and say, these are the warriors, these are the change makers. Because for generations, what you see is these massive organizations that are going to the political leaders and asking them to adopt policies, agendas, and documents that these leaders are probably either going to decline or not completely implement. Instead of going to the base, going to the people, asking them to adapt these policies, going to the true power of the nations, which is us. Because when you go to the neighbors, when you go to the family, that's how change happens. Because whether these political leaders, these provincial and federal leaders like it or not, they are still representations of the peoples, and we are the peoples, and this is what we want. So when we implement these policies, when we decide to say no to what we believe and what we understand in our heart will pose a risk to our future, and we are moving in one direction with this huge wave, our leaders, our quote-unquote leaders, have no choice but to be swept along with that wave, because as I said, they still represent us, and this is what we want. Before I end, there's this woman, Jasmine Thomas, and when I first became an activist, I met up with her, and she really became a mentor, a teacher for me as an activist, and to understand the gravity of the situation that we as global communities are in, environmentally and culturally. And she helped me understand the road that I was taking as an activist and what that really meant. And so she couldn't be here, but this is what she wrote, and this is what she wishes to say. My name is Jasmine Thomas. I'm a young Dene woman, a member of the Frog Clan from the I don't know how to exactly pronounce the nation, but you can, Saikus, thank you, I need to learn. Saikus community, which is affiliated with the Yinka Dene Alliance. We are 6 communities located along Enbridge's proposed pipeline route who have united our opposition to this project. We are also the leaders of Save the Fraser Declaration, which is based upon our Indigenous laws, which has banned tar sands, pipelines, and tankers, and is endorsed by over 130 First Nations from the Arctic Ocean to United States and from the Rocky Mountains. From the Rocky Mountains to the Pacific Ocean. For years, we have worked hard to put the Enbridge Northern Gateway Pipeline and Tanker Project on everyone's radars. We are successful in doing that because so many folks across this province and country have stepped up and committed to help us hold that wall. First Nations have united their voices and are supported by thousands of Canadians who have committed to stop this project by any and all means necessary. Be it under Canadian, international, and Indigenous laws, First Nations across this province are preparing to take action in the streets, on the land, and in the courts. We hope that you will continue to stand with us as this fight is far from over. We are the wall that could never be broken. written in our history books. On a closing note, I would like to say that I think one of the reasons why this fight has been a hard fight to fight is because the place that we come from and why we are doing these actions and committing to upholding this wall to keep out Enbridge is because we do this out of love. That's the truth. We do this out of love. And you know, it's when you do something out of love, when you see the higher political and corporate powers and the way that our world works in this hierarchy that we have, sometimes these people can't understand what this love is for our land, what this love is for the children, what this love is for each other and for our air and for Mother Earth and Mother Water. But still, we come from a place of love. So remember that love, and remember that you have a voice, and we were given that voice by Creator for a reason. To speak for those who have no voice, to speak for those whose voice goes unheard. We have a gift. Everyone here has a passion, has a gift. We have to be able to share that. We have to be able to give that. And we have a responsibility to this earth, because we are the original caretakers and stewards. We are the modern day warriors. We have a responsibility. To keep the lands unceded, to make sure there is indigenous rights for the next generation, and to even do something as simple as making sure there is clean drinking water. So we all have a responsibility. Let's work together. Thank you.